It's been a busy day for the Rockford IceHogs, squaring off against the Iowa Wild, but then some big news before that contest with a new assistant coach joining the fold. Joseph Zakashevsky with you for the Forest City Diagnostic Imaging diagnosis of the game as the IceHogs just wrapped up game number 1 of this home-and-home series. But Coach Derek King joining me here. And, Coach, walk us through the big news that was taken right before puck drop pretty much. Sheldon Brookbank, your former assistant, getting the call up to join Jeremy Colliton with the Chicago Blackhawks. And now you have Anders Sorensen, who you knew pretty well as a development coach here in the system. He now joins you by your side.
Yeah, well, I've been known to develop some coaches for the NHL over my coaching career, but it's good for Brookie. We're happy for him, and I think he'll do a great job. And for Jeremy's standpoint, having him there is going to help a lot. And Anders, I've worked with Anders my first year here when Ted Dent was the head coach, and we've gotten along. We've hit it off right off the bat, and he's got some great ideas. He's been around the game. He knows the game. He's a smart guy, and I think it's just, I'm excited for him, and I'm excited to have him.
Is this something that's been in the works for a little while, just really quiet behind the scenes, or it's pretty sudden? Because it's rare to see an assistant coach joining the ranks so far into the year already.
Well, I don't think it was. I think they've planned it. Maybe they've thought about it. They weren't sure if they wanted to pull the trigger on it. We had no idea really. I never really thought about it going that far, but we kind of thought to ourselves that I think, we talk about it always as coaches, that it might be a good idea if Jeremy had one of us with him, just at his comfort level. But they pulled the trigger, and that's good. It's good for Brookie. It's good for the organization. And again, it's an opportunity for Anders to get on the bench with me, and I'm looking forward to working with him.
And final thoughts on the coaching transition with Anders joining you now. You mentioned that you've known him even pre-Jeremy and in the Ted Dent era. What does he bring? What skill set does he bring? I know he's a development guy, so he's really good with one-on-one structure, but what are you looking for him to add to your coaching staff?
Well, just everything, really. Just anything with power play, anything with PK. He's been around the game for a long time. He's played the game, and I just be him. He's got a great way about him. He's a character guy, and I'm looking forward to I think the guys will react well with him, and he just has that personality.
And now focusing in on the game here tonight, the IceHogs game 1 of a home-and-home series with the Iowa Wild. Didn't get the results you wanted. It was a close-knit game, a great second period, but the goals came in bursts for Iowa, just that 1 minute in the third period, and all of a sudden, an unfortunate 3-0 setback. Yeah,
well, I thought we worked hard. We battled. We kept it 0-0 as long as we can, and that's how we got to try to stay in the games. But, we had a couple breakdowns, a couple soft plays, and the next thing you know, you play a first-place hockey team like that, they're going to capitalize on it, and they did. And obviously the empty net one, we're trying to make a push, but that's worked. But the good thing is we will right back at them again, and hopefully we bring the same effort and just don't have those 2 hiccups. That's all.
Now for the IceHogs, we've talked about it a few times, but how do you get that scoring punch to go through? You talk about getting those greasy goals, hitting off of bodies, and you did that even last game off the William Peltier goal against Milwaukee, but now it just seems like something has to roll positively in the right direction, but maybe a different approach. What are your thoughts on trying to get the scoring going again?
It's we talked about it before, and when you get in a little drought as a goal scorer, the worst thing you can do is start not shooting on net and passing the puck. We got to be a little more selfish and just shoot pucks at net, and eventually they'll go in. I mean, you can see some of our plays tonight. Even at the end there, we had good opportunity to shoot the puck, and we're looking to make that pass instead. That's just a lack of confidence, and we get that out of it. And I'll just keep messaging the boys, you got to shoot pucks and put pucks in the net, and hopefully something goes in.
The IceHogs taking on the Iowa Wild now on Sunday at BMO Harris Center to continue on and complete this home-and-home series. And a game pretty much every other day. We've talked about it a few times, but you get to go right back to work. You don't have to sit and think about this one.
Yeah, and we know how they play. They know how we play, and it'll just drop the puck and go at it. But like I said, that's a good hockey team over there. And you have a couple of soft plays or a couple of hiccups, it's in the back of your net. So we got to play a perfect game if we're gonna be able to get 2 points off of these guys.
Well, Coach, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Interim head coach Derek King joining us here on the Rockford IceHogs Broadcast Network as the IceHogs and Iowa Wild closing out a home-and-home series on Sunday out at BMO Harris Center. You're listening and watching Rockford IceHogs hockey on the IceHogs Broadcast Network.